It was just after 9 on a quiet Monday night when Marissa Lane pulled her silver Honda Accord into Pump 6 at a dimly lit gas station off Route 17. The road stretched empty in both directions, the kind of emptiness that didn't offer comfort, just unease. A light drizzle misted the windshield, and the overhead lamps cast a sickly yellow hue across the slick pavement, making the lot look more like an abandoned lot than a functioning station. Marissa stepped out of the car, her body aching from a 12-hour trauma shift at Elmridge Memorial Hospital. Her navy scrubs clung damply to her skin, and the name badge clipped to her chest swayed with every step. Her face was beautiful but drawn, the kind of tired only working mothers knew. Dark circles under her eyes, hair tied back in a no-nonsense bun, lips pressed into a firm line. She didn't complain. She was used to this. In the back seat, her 10-year-old son, Kendrick, sat hunched over his tablet, a disposable mask snug over his face. Not because of germs anymore, but out of habit. The inhaler beside him was not decoration. It was readiness. Survival. Marissa knocked lightly on the window. "I'm grabbing a water." 2 minutes. "You good, baby?" Kendrick looked up, gave her a thumbs up. "Spelling homework." "Good. Lock the doors." She smiled faintly, then turned toward the pump. Across the lot, a police cruiser idled near the air machine. 2 white officers sat inside, Sergeant Blake Trenton, mid-40s with a jaw like a cinder block, and Officer Neil Chambers, younger, lean, buzz-cut and twitchy. Trenton's eyes locked onto Marissa the moment she stepped out. "Scrubs, nice car, late model rims. You think that's hers?" Chambers asked, sipping his coffee. Trenton smirked. "Doubt it. Let's go find out." They stepped out, slowly, as if they had all the time in the world. Calculated, confident, predatory. Marissa saw them approach. Her posture stiffened, hand tightening around the pump handle. "Evening," she said, polite but guarded. "You own this vehicle, ma'am?" Trenton asked, eyes scanning her up and down. Scrubs, shoes, badge, everything but her face. "Yes, sir. Registered in my name. Plates are current." She reached for her license and registration. Chambers circled the rear. "We've got a report of a vehicle like this. Just checking." Marissa handed over the documents. "Here you go." Neither man looked at the papers. Trenton let them dangle in his fingers. "You work at Elmridge?" "I'm a nurse." "Funny," he said, cocking his head. "Doesn't look like your kind of car." She didn't respond. She didn't have to. She'd heard it before. Inside the car, Kendrick had stopped spelling. His posture shifted, tense. Something wasn't right. He slid his phone out of his bag, typed fast. "Mom's in trouble. 2 cops. Gas station RT-17. Come now." Sent to one contact, Uncle Reggie. Then he opened voice memos. Hit record. Slid the phone under his hoodie. Back outside, Trenton stepped closer, breath stale. "Anything in that car we should know about?" "My son," she said. 10 years old. He's doing homework." Chambers leaned into the window. 10? He looks older." Marissa's jaw tightened. "Please don't scare him." A taped sign on the shop door caught her eye. "Security cameras temporarily out of service." Her heart dropped. Trenton's grin widened. "Looks like it's just us out here." Inside the car, Kendrick held his breath, the red light on his phone blinking under the fabric of his hoodie. Marissa steadied her voice. "May I have my ID back, please?" Trenton dropped it on the pavement. "You getting smart with me, nurse lady?" She bent to retrieve it, knees trembling. "You have no cause." I cooperated. Chambers leaned toward the car. "Maybe she's hiding something." Keeps looking back at the kid. "I'm looking at my son." Trenton smirked. 10 years old and out this late? That your kid? Don't talk about my son." Inside, Kendrick's breathing changed. Fast. Shallow. He gripped the inhaler, trying not to panic. "You want to play games?" Chambers said, rounding the car. "Go ahead. Call someone." Marissa reached for her phone. "Oh no, you don't." Trenton snapped, slapping it from her hand. It skidded across the pavement. "That's my property." He shoved her hard against the car. "Stop resisting." Chambers barked, grabbing her wrist. "Let me go? My son is watching." "That little punk." Chambers sneered. "He's faking. Ain't no kid that sick." Kendrick gasped. His hands trembled too much to use the inhaler. "Mom," he wheezed. "I can't. He's having an asthma attack." Marissa screamed. "He needs his inhaler." "Shut up." Trenton barked, yanking the car door open and slapping the inhaler from Kendrick's hand. Marissa tore from Chambers' grip, diving for the inhaler. She shoved it into her son's hands. Press it. Now. Chambers grabbed her again. That's it. That's resisting. You're hurting her. Kendrick cried. Oh, now he's got a mouth? Trenton slammed the door shut. You two think this is some movie? But the scene changed. The screech of tires split the air. A black SUV stopped hard just feet away. Headlights lit up the scene like a stage. The officers froze. A tall black man stepped out, broad shoulders, immaculate suit, badge case raised high. Reginald Lane, he said. Mayor of Eastwood. Take your hands off my sister. The silence was instant. She was resisting. Trenton began. No, Reggie snapped. She was surviving. Chambers opened his mouth. You had no cause. No warrant. And you laid hands on a nurse in front of her child. Backup arrived. Quietly. Uniformed officers flanked the scene. Orders from dispatch, the sergeant said. What are your directives, sir? Disarm and detain both officers. What? Trenton barked. You taking his word because he's mayor? And because protocol demands it, the sergeant replied. As they were cuffed, paramedics arrived. Marissa's vitals were spiking. Kendrick was pale, breathing tight. You're safe, Reggie said, helping her up. I'm riding with you. How did you know? Kendrick texted, and he recorded everything. Inside the ambulance, Marissa stared out at the station as it faded behind her. Trenton, cuffed and cursing. Chambers, head in hands. Reggie stood tall, arms folded. Eastwood would never be that quiet again. At City Hall, the atmosphere was sterile. Marissa sat in a stiff chair, arm wrapped in gauze. Kendrick sat close, orange juice in hand. Quiet. Watching. Across the table, Reggie clutched a tablet. He pressed play. Static. Then Marissa's voice. The thud of impact. The slap. Kendrick's scream. He paused it. You letting this slide? Marissa asked. No, Reggie said. We go public. The press conference was raw. No frills. No spin. Reggie stepped up. Calm. Measured. Last night, 2 officers abused their power. They attacked a mother. They struck a child. They believed they were unseen. They were wrong. Footage rolled. Raw. Real. The media erupted. Reggie raised his hand. This isn't about politics. This is about justice. This city will no longer protect abusers in uniform. Doyle and Trenton sat in holding. Furious. Unrepentant. They're crucifying us, Chambers spat. They want a show. But the public wanted truth. The video went viral. Hashtags surged. Hashtag justice for Marissa. Hashtag protect black children. Crowds formed. Nurses, EMTs, parents. Not yelling. Just standing. Witnessing. In court, the silence was heavier than any shout. Marissa sat up front, Kendrick beside her. He wore a tie and black shoes. His hand clung to hers. When the jury watched the footage, they didn't flinch. They nodded. They understood. The gas station tech testified. The footage was real, synced with Kendrick's recording. Marissa took the stand. I wasn't afraid for me, she said. I was afraid I wouldn't reach his inhaler in time. The court heard Kendrick's audio. Every insult. Every plea. Verdict. Guilty. On all counts. The judge's words were final. You are hereby stripped of your badges and remanded to custody. Outside, the crowd didn't cheer. They bore witness. Someone touched Marissa's hand. Thank you for not staying silent. Marissa looked at her son. He's the one who didn't. Reggie approached, handed Kendrick a small glass frame, an old badge, burned, bent. This was mine, he said. I left when I realized not all of us are protected. Maybe one day, but it starts with people like you. Kendrick took it, held it close. 3 weeks later, Eastwood passed the Kendrick Lane Act. Mandatory body cams. Jail time for tampering. Civilian oversight led by Marissa. Kendrick returned to school. Quieter. Wiser. I don't want to be a cop, he told one classmate. I want to be a doctor. But I won't forget what I saw. One night, an elderly patient squeezed Marissa's hand. You made it easier for the next nurse who looks like you. Marissa just nodded. Sometimes, justice doesn't feel like victory. It feels like a crack. And from cracks comes light.